hospitality.
Somebody else could find that fucking synth. Why does it have to be me?
Sorry, I had to fucking ruin it.
Just for him.
Star Trek Picard returns Star Trek to where it should be, about human beings and their alien friends striving to be the best they can be, and in the face of great adversity, and stepping up. And it's not about, if it's what you feel, it's okay. No. What you feel is going to get you killed. You know what's not going to get you killed? Really knowing how to do your job, and working with other people that are really smart and know how to do their jobs. We have to put our emotions aside and get the job done. And that's what Star Trek to me was about. It was about being the best human being you can be, and finding the best people around you, the best of the best, to go out. And that's what you need to be on the final frontier. Otherwise, you will get killed. You will never survive. And Star Trek Picard is all about these people that are the best of the best coming back together and doing what they do best. And it was refreshing.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another live watch of, well, the latest Star Trek Picard final season episode. This episode is going to be called Surrender, and I don't know if this has anything to do with the Cheap Trick song. You know, your mommy's all right, your daddy's all I think of Jack Crusher when I think of that song now. But guys, thanks for being here. Just want to say hello to Jacob Ironside, who's in the chat, Dempsey, Salty Traveling Sea, and Mr. Joseph Dredd. So thank you guys for being here. Just one thing I wanted to address really quickly. Well, I actually got myself dogpiled on Twitter by the by people that I got into an argument with the production designer. I kind of overreacted to something that he did. And I kind of regret the things that I said on my part, but it's still really, I still don't really know what he did, and still kind of mad about that. But the things that I said, I probably shouldn't have said. And if you get into that position, well, don't get into that position. Do not engage with those type of people, especially those that just like to, like to gang up and, especially on social media, especially Twitter. So just do not respond, ignore them. Ignore them and just go about your business. I got triggered at first, then after a while, it just goes away. So just never respond, never give them any satisfaction. Just, pretend that they're not there, because that's practically what it is. So, but yeah, this week's episode, hopefully it's better than last week's episode of Picard season 3. And I'm going to bring in my streaming brother, my rage baiting streaming brother. And remember I'm a freaking I was called a freaking what do you call it, gatekeeper. So hey, the gatekeeper and the rage baiter. What's up? And you're muted.
I got you. Like I said, gatekeeper should be worn like a badge of honor. Excuse the thunder. We're in the middle of a lightning thunderstorm, so if you lose me, that's why. But I almost feel like being called a gatekeeper these days is a badge of honor, because that's like it's a term like thrown out there for people that are defending what they love, and sort of weird. We're in a weird time right now, but whatever. We're gonna watch the show. I'm gonna hate it because that's what I do.
Yeah, even though you've recommended like countless TV shows that countless TV shows that came out within the last few years. So
I'm trying. Like, there's stuff out there. I mean, there's a few right now. I mean, that are.
And you got me watching Succession. I'm probably gonna watch The Wire pretty soon. And
there's a few right now.
And Lasso, you're already covering. So I mean, you don't do that.
I mean, Ted Lasso and Succession are two really good TV shows that are current. They're not even old. They're current TV shows that are being made right now. So
yeah, we both like Better Call Saul quite a bit.
Yeah,
we both liked the latest Stranger Things. So I mean, there's a lot of good stuff out there. And Star Trek used to be some of the best written television of all time. I mean, the original series followed the old Western format, but like you had the Next Generation. They started the whole, the entire cast was important. Every episode focused on a different character as an A plot, and that was what made and then they just wrote it really well. It was tight. The story moved. The character interactions were interesting because they were part of the story. They felt like it flowed perfectly. I feel here it just kind of the pacing suffers because they talk about either things that happened in the past or just like inner relationships where there's a big thing that's going on. They only have 10 episodes to tell the story, and it feels like they're padding it out. So,
but yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're padding it out or just this is the best they got.
So, maybe this episode will be better. Who knows? Maybe. I hope I'm wrong. So, we're watching.
I will let you be an optimistic sunflower. I will be the negative naysayer, as I am.
All right. So, so we're watching this in the movie theater on my Discord. The Discord is pinned up on top. And gonna start the episode. So just need to do a test, make sure people can hear it. So I'm gonna share it right now, share my screen. There we go. More you know.
The more you know. Hold on, I gotta switch my screens around. Oh boy. Could be downstairs eating pizza with the kids. Okay, I'm kidding.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm not kidding.
That's the type of power I have over Steve. Like I'm wearing his shirt, and so now I'm like imposing on him, to watch this series with me, and denying him food because my
that's
the power I have right now.
I'm just not eating with them. I got food. Don't you worry. I gotta eat. All right, I'm ready.
Oh. Are you ready? All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just let me know if you guys in the chat. Let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear this?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Nice. But yeah, feel free to let me know if you need me to pause it or rewind it. All right. Last time on Picard. Looks like we're going to get Riker and Troy this time. Looks like they're gonna address Riker. They're gonna resolve that. Data and lore partition is what they're talking about now. So I don't know if they're going to resolve that or what.
Hey, can I ask you why lore and data, not like lore and the other data, like B4 or like, wasn't B4 alive?
He kind of was. He was kind of like he's just like not gonna. He was basically the prototype. He was the original prototype that they created for Star Trek Nemesis. The very last.
I'm still just trying to figure out this whole why. So, did Lore die?
Lore got disassembled. So his last appearance was the cliffhanger between season 6 and season 7 Next Generation. It was called Descent, and he actually recruited Borg. He recruited Borg that left the collective, and so they had individuality, and they had like beam weapons on their wrists, so they were shooting normal weapons. They didn't just do what the collective does and just go up and assimilate and adapt to energy weapons. Okay. So
they disassembled him.
They basically did away with his plan, and they did away with his plan, and then they basically captured him and disassembled him.
So how
took him offline and they disassembled him. That was the last we saw of him.
So do we know how or why either of them are back, or they just are?
I don't fully.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss something. I don't
know. So Data, before, so in Nemesis, Data it kind of pulls what Spock does in the Wrath of Khan. He sacrifices himself so that that the Enterprise can get away from a ship that's undergoing self-destruction, whereas Spock dies of radiation in the engine room. Data dies on the other ship, the Scimitar.
Yeah, we're not talking about number 5, Dempsey. All right, no disassemble. Come on. We're talking about Data.
Number 5
from Short Circuit. You seen Short Circuit? Number 5 is alive. No disassemble. No disassemble.
A long time ago. So,
sorry.
But yeah. So Data blows up. His original body is gone.
Okay, so I'm just asking, like, do we? I just want to. I'm just like, I'm not trying to go down a rabbit hole. Do we know how and why Lore and Data's hard drive or mainframe, whatever the hell we want to call it, were in the worst security weapons building ever, maintaining their servers?
Because of the scientist son that was created for Picard season 1, who is dead now. We saw his hologram in episode 6, Alton Soong. And you get that little speech that he did about evolution is about, it's not about survival, it's about addition or something, some weird speech.
So
he somehow, I guess he got a hold of Lore, and he got a hold of, there's so many backups of Data.
So we're at the somehow now. So we are in the field of somehow he got the stuff he needed to do this. Is that where we're at? I'm just making sure.
I don't know. I don't know that if there's details out there. I don't know, and I'm sure fans of this season are going to fill it in for the writers, because that's what fans do. That's what current fans do now. They don't really call out stuff. They just they fill it in for their own entertainment.
I just want to make sure that I did not miss something, because that's a pretty huge deal, since without Lore right now, none of this is happening. So
correct. So B4 and Dr. Soong,
Lore, aka
they are memory. They're like memory storage or something.
Lore, aka
so the partition. So the partition is what's up? Well, the partition is really between Lore and Data. So they never really resolved, because Data and Lore are brothers. There's an episode called Brothers where they reunite with their father, Dr. Noonien Soong. And that was a great episode. And the two-parter Descent, where we last see Lore, kind of did, I'll be honest, it did Lore a little dirty. So I mean, Lore started off as a bad guy, who was kind of like a doppelganger, that type of story, doppelganger tries to screw everybody, but then Brothers gave him a little bit more depth.
Is that why he screwed Vadic and they had a love child?
I don't know. I bet that's still a theory. Yeah. But Lore's character in Brothers was really, really good. They gave him a lot more depth. I mean, he still did bad stuff, but he was a little bit more relatable, someone who could possibly be redeemed. And I am thinking, based on what the series is doing, I think they're trying to do is they're trying to give that they're trying to conclude the Lore and Data thing that was never quite concluded in Next Generation. That's what I think is going to happen here. So I don't know exactly what's going to go down. Actually, I did get a glimpse. So, but that's
I'm thinking too much. Clearly, I will be quiet. Sorry.
No, if you got something to say, say it.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss something because, as a first time viewer, I just wanted to know. I like to know why things are where they are, and right now I can't.
And
make
I love to talk the context of Star Trek.
I just
big Star Trek fan.
I'm ready for this weapon because they got rid of a portal weapon they used twice for this.
Yeah. Well, I think they used it. Well, they used it. Well, yeah, they used it twice. I think on the Titan, and then they used it.
Well, they destroyed a whole building.
Yeah.
A giant building with it once.
Yeah.
Must have burned out the processor, I guess.
Okay. I don't know, but let's get back to this.
Okay, sorry.
There's the head. There's the head who is just like Blofeld from Bond. Do not fail me. Jack has red eyes, and he can use people as meat puppets and give them red eyes too.
Ooh, yeah. Sonic Vatic. Woohoo.
What's up?
I forgot about Sonic Vatic, the fastest goo alive.
Yeah, like they like completely missed, even though they were right by her. Like they were right by her, and they saw her clear. Like they had time to pull the trigger. Dude. Oh yeah, and there's the second in command shapeshifter that went full Michael Myers, gets shot, and then gets back up, and all of a sudden you have these goons that just show up out of nowhere. I mean, I don't know where they came from. Is that another turbo lift?
Is it really time to know who he really is?
I don't know. So we got a nice little rotating shot of space, and then we see a flame.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And we see her smoking, and we're seeing her reflection on the Shrike, I believe. Or no, this is the Titan. Sorry.
Why do goos so addicted to cigarettes and cigars, man?
I hate the fact that they call them goo. They're not goose. They never called them goose in DS9.
She's got to kick that habit, bro. Like, she's got to get the black lung. What? Like, I don't know. Like
she says we're going to start by taking their eyes.
Oh, of course. Oh, that was funny. They said eyes and went to Geordi. Ha ha.
Yeah. So Geordi just unplugged Data, Lore, Brent Spiner guy. So now the lights are going off in series. Take their ears, she says.
Hey, you're a little choppy here. Hold on. Pause for a second.
All right, sure.
You're I don't know if it's a little choppy. I don't know like the screen's choppy. Like I don't know if you're having a problem with your player. Was it choppy for you or no?
Let me see.
I can deal with it if that's just how it's going to be.
I could let me I'll stop streaming and I'll reintegrate it. My bad, folks.
No, you're good, man. I just want to make
sure. Is anybody saying anything interesting?
Well, Salty gave you a $4.99 super chat. Salty traveling man himself.
Let me read it.
Compassion, that's the one thing no machine ever had. Maybe it's the one thing that keeps men ahead of them. Bones, McCoy, cheers. NP. Hi, Steve. Thanks, buddy.
Hi, Steve. There you go. All right. Okay, so let's try this again. Thank you, Salty.
Right. Yeah, it looks better, at least for me.
So apparently, right now she's basically saying there's nowhere to left to run. They're basically picking off members of the crew, sealing them in the corridors, and her men are basically killing them or something. So, yikes. And then she's smoking as it's happening. We're hearing the screams on the thing, and she's doing this. Ooh.
I thought we were supposed to be feeling for her because it's not her fault. She's being forced to do all this, right?
Apparently,
Just,
I don't know.
I'll be quiet.
I mean, the Starfleet created her, and now she's being controlled by some head thing. And I don't know. I got a little insight into why they are doing what they're doing. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if this is true. I don't think this episode will answer what I'm thinking right now, but I don't want to spoil it for everybody. Let's keep going. So Picard, Beverly, and Jack are holed up in sickbay. And it looks like she's dancing and conducting the screams. And now all the bridge crew are lined up in front of her, breathing smoke in their faces. Staring them down. That one, I forgot her name, is shedding a tear. They're trying to regain, the Picard's trying to regain manual control.
Oh, is this where they're going to talk about their feelings?
And now we're zooming in on Jack. He looks like he's seeing something. His eyes are red now. And it looks like he's seeing something in a weird lens. He's looking at them. We're seeing it from his point of view now. He walks out of the sick bay and takes control of a security guy. Security guy, for some reason, is pointing the weapon at him. We see a body in the corridor.
Was that a bad guy or a good guy he took over?
I don't know. We see another person with a wound. There's someone creeped over.
Oh, so he just got that guy killed. That was good. Well done,
Yeah,
Jack.
so Jack took over security guy. Security guy was going around from his point of view in the corridor, and then we see him get killed in first
Chalk
person.
another one up for Jack. There you go.
Jack never left the sick bay. Jack is still in there. He was controlling somebody from afar.
Oh, so now he can control people through walls and shit. Okay.
Yeah, so what we were seeing was his will, I guess. The first person view was his will. So,
well, Vecna is powerful. I've seen him do that from the Upside Down before, so it does track with the other episodes of Stranger Things. So,
all right, well, let's see if we'll encounter Vecna or whoever this red door thing is, where everything's being destroyed. All right. So he's just revealed that Vatic has taken over the bloody ship. Half the bloody ship, excuse me.
What is this? Like this whole laughing idiot shit. I can't.
Makes you cringe. Yeah, because
especially since they tried to make us sympathize with her. Like
that's something Star Trek antagonists don't do. Khan never did that. I don't think anybody. I mean, I'm trying to think. There was only one character, only one bad guy, and he wasn't even really a bad guy. He was just kind of a joke. It was Harry Mudd. That was only Harry Mudd laughs maniacally, but like antagonists, like Chang. Did Chang laugh? I'm trying to think. He was smiling. He was smiling, quoting Shakespeare.
Do you have there is a chat you probably won't look at, just pertinent to what we're watching right now. Just from Nash Morrow.
Oh, what's up, Nash?
Not sure if that helps you make heads or tails of it.
Thanks for being here, sir. Jack's powers, while presented differently, seems to me to be a less advanced version of the mind-hopping ability that Supervisor Talon displayed in Season 2, which I didn't realize till this episode. Season 2 of Picard. Okay, I didn't watch Season 2 of Picard. So, I mean... Oh,
so it's something... Okay, I'm sorry. I thought he meant Season 2 of TNG or something, so... Regardless, it's pertinent to what you're watching.
I kind of want to look this up. Supervisor Talon.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I just got back from a big trip, guys. I'm eating, so I apologize for that.
He's talking Picard Season 2. So Talon is basically the human version, or basically the ancestor of what's her name, Laris. The Irish Romulan, played by the same actress. So. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. So, All right, all right. So, all right. Thanks, Nash for showing this. All right, so right now she's sizing and they're all lined up. Captain I can't think of his name. Dipshit from Chicago. My bad.
Shaw.
Captain Shaw. My bad. Brain fart. Seven and the bridge crew, whose names I fail to remember because they don't say their names enough. But hey, at least they talk more. So, but yeah, she's just looking at them, smoking their faces and laughing, chuckling. And I thought she was supposed to be a tragic.
Yeah, that's why it bothers me. They can't decide. Like,
Yeah,
if she is doing this because she's forced to, or like,
yeah, she is being forced to. I mean, she is like she was forced to drop the
like, because she's acting like she enjoys it. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I guess you can enjoy hate. I mean, it's her hate. She wears that face to remind herself of her hate, according to Picard. According to last episode. So let's keep going. And there's a Vulcan who looks like he's scared. I'm assuming that's a Vulcan. So what's going on right now is she's basically telling she's on the intercom. She's basically telling the crew, you have no sound, you have no sight, and you don't have any movement. And so there's people there are people lined up on the bridge. There's people lined up in the corridor. One of her men or goo men or whatever. I don't know if they're men. I don't want to assume their genders. Just started pointing a weapon and just charged it. So we don't know if they're going to shoot him.
Wait, I thought they were bird people.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. She's just not.
She's talking about making the halls boil and and she's saying, I could be on my way with Jack Crusher in tow if you don't give him up. This can all stop if you give us Jack Crusher. That's what I'm assuming she's going to say.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Consider that.
And she wastes those things so much. She must have a ton of them.
I'll say this is a first for the tracks. Somebody putting out a cigarette on the floor of the bridge. I don't think that's ever been done. So, hey, it's first. I give him that. Cut to black. New title.
Are we coming back with Rafi in the? Did I guess that?
Rafi and Worf are coming back.
Like right after this?
There's a B plot here. I'll say that. I know that for sure.
Boy.
Not questioning.
Life is complete.
Nope, still no Rafi. Yeah, we're still on the Titan, and the Shrike is just kind of shining its light on it. Well, no, now we're on the Shrike. We're on the Shrike, and then there's one of the guards walking around. So now we're in the cell, and there's it's a weird looking cell. It looks like it definitely doesn't look like something you could. It's like a honeycomb. The bars are like a honeycomb. You can it's big enough to put your arm through and everything. So but this is.
So wait a second. There are crew on the Shrike confirmed.
It's Riker and Troy are being held.
Well, but they have but there's crew on there, right?
Yeah, there's crew on there.
So I am to believe that it was their plan to go on, get Scooby-Dooed, and get captured. Hey, buddy. Because the crew on the Shrike did nothing to retaliate.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm just making sure. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yep.
I would think, I guess they wouldn't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll give the benefit
I
of the
mean,
doubt. They
and
didn't
on
know
Star
they were
Trek,
captured. I don't know.
usually they always maintain, constant communications with another ship, especially. I mean, that's a Starfleet thing. We don't know. Maybe these
Maybe
shapeshifters
we have
are
their
they're
communications.
just they're inexperienced in doing shit like
Little
this.
nitpick.
We don't
Little
know.
nitpick. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
we're
Whatever.
just we're nitpickers. What can I say?
I am.
Isn't that
But that's okay.
so? All right, let's
Onward.
keep going. So we're getting a Riker and Troy scene right here. So let's
They about
check
to
out
get
what
it
this
on.
is. You know what? We'll see. I mean, I think she's going to talk down to him, but we'll see. His beard went from brown to gray to blood red. He looks pretty good for being punched in the face multiple times. He must have been in there for a long time because he would be freaking swollen. His face would be swollen.
Dude, he's a Chad, man, right? He's
Riker.
He's
Yeah.
not 80 or nothing.
No, he's only 70. Like, no, he's 60. I forgot how 60, 69 technically.
Gotcha.
He's talking about the bleakness that he was that he brought up in episode 4.
So
when they were resigned to die.
So this is not this isn't feelings in jail cells at all. I just want to say.
Well, maybe it's character. I mean, maybe it's character moments. I mean, maybe they're talking about the plot. Just like they used to in older Trek.
Okay.
I'm going to move it back a little bit. So. He missed loving her and Zadi. Such a melodrama here. I don't remember Star Trek being such a melodrama, but hey, I guess I'm. I mean, this is their final hurrah, so they're going to be talking about quite a bit of feelings. So she's been trying to read the shapeshifters, and all she reads from Vadic is rage and hatred and anger, and they basically reveal that majority of their crew left the ship to go onto the Titan. So, yeah, so they're just kind of hanging out and talking, and well, let's keep going.
She looks real tortured.
Huh?
Nothing.
She doesn't look tortured.
She doesn't look very tortured to me, but I guess they made have started with her toenails.
You don't know. You don't know what these shapeshifters are capable of because
maybe they got all gooey and went inside of her. Oh wait, sorry, my bad.
Okay, that was uncalled for. That was uncalled for.
I'm sorry, I strike that.
But yeah, so they sent them the compromise code, so that was confirmed, even though we already knew that. So they're talking about things that we already know about. So that's one issue. that's one issue that I've had with this series so far. So there you go. He's saying they set a classic Captain Picard trap. So now we're back to Vadic, and she's kind of swinging around in the captain's chair because, hey. Seven of Nine and Shaw are talking about decisions and consequences, and they're whispering it, even though Vadic is right in front of them. So they want to lure him out. So now she's calling Jack from the intercom. So they're going to execute. So she says, if Jack doesn't go on the bridge, she's going to start executing the crew one every 10 minutes.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. I apologize. Hi, Donnie. How you doing, Donnie? Sorry, I was yelling for her to kill somebody. So at least she did that sort of right.
All right, I'm going to rewind
the first menacing thing she's done.
Yeah, I was just like, what took so
long?
Well,
but see, I'm confused. See, that's where I'm confused. Do I care about her because she's having to do this against her will to save her people, or is she evil? I don't know. What is it?
I mean, she wants vengeance, I guess. She wants vengeance. That's what they said in the last episode. She's angry about what they did to her, and then I guess
why does Devilhead have to force her to do all this stuff? She should be wanting to do this pretty hardcore.
I don't know. We don't know yet. It's a mystery.
I'm just asking the question. I'll be quiet.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's apparently, it's going to play out. It's going to pay off. That's what everybody's saying. We just have to be quiet. We gotta listen to this episode, and maybe they'll explain. Maybe they'll explain everything. So, all right, let's get back to it. So we're back in the sick bay. And I forget, Picard was saying something. Jack was like willing to do it. He's one thing that we understand about him from the last episode is that, or not the last, maybe it was last episode or a couple episodes ago. He doesn't want people dying for him. I mean, he's a loner. He doesn't want people to be hurt because of, for him. So that's a little bit of depth that I, took in. So, and that's why he's doing what he's doing now. So Crusher and Picard are telling him not to do it, or she's gonna kill everyone anyways. So Jack has said he's not a shapeshifter. He is shedding tears.
Of course.
He's always been different, is what he's saying right now.
Because he can fly on dragons.
He said not in that way, really. Picard saying he's here for him. Jack says he feels he can retake the ship. He's revealing to Picard that he can.
That he has a superpower.
Turn people into meat puppets.
How convenient.
Yeah, and so Sydney's just confirming this to him because they're not sure what he's talking about. But last episode, he took over Sydney, and and she dodged those bad shapeshifters. Oh, Joseph Dredd, behave yourself.
No, keep going, Joseph. Wait, everybody? Wait, why would he have an override codex to a ship he has nothing to do with? Can we back that up?
Yeah,
Why does he have anything to override this ship? He has nothing to do with this ship. He's a retired admiral who's a robot and nobody trusts.
Well, we'll see. Maybe there's more to it. All right, so let's see now. So high-ranking Starfleet officers are given an overriding codex during the event of a hostile ship takeover.
Why? How does that make sense? They just give admirals why? What use would that be? Now, do you understand what I'm saying? Why would you hand out a special code to a bunch of officers that aren't on a ship in case it's taken over?
Well, I guess they give it to only the highest ranking people.
But how does that help a ship that gets taken over?
Maybe if they're lucky, like Kirk in Wrath of Khan, maybe an admiral might just happen to be on a ship. Was it likely? No. They're usually behind a desk on Earth or on a starbase. That's what I'm
saying. High rate, like captain, first officer, maybe. I could
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe give it to Seven and make Jack take over Seven, and she knows the code or something or Shaw even
yeah.
At least it's their freaking ship.
We'll see. Yeah, it's maybe
is that where they're going? Maybe that's where they're going. I don't know. I assumed Picard had it, so maybe he doesn't. So I guess we'll keep going.
So Vadic has control of everything except for the bridge somehow. I thought she did have control of the bridge.
Yeah, why wouldn't she have control of the bridge?
Maybe they locked it out before she got him. I don't know.
What's with the music too? Sorry.
You don't like the music? Like do. Sorry.
No, I don't. I hate it. It's generic and boring. He's gonna take over Seven right now.
She said 1 minute left, Jack. So we're on the bridge again.
Oh, hey, he took over Earring.
Taking over Bajoran.
Wait. Why did his eyes not stay red, like hers?
Reasons. I don't know.
I just asked. I'm right. Her eyes stayed red when he was in control. So did the other guy, right?
Come on, dude. You're not letting this episode flow. You have to let it be organic.
Oh, okay.
You're asking questions. Maybe they'll answer them by the time the story
unfolds. I'm going to eat my pizza. Sorry, I'm eating my pizza.
All right, he's pushing some buttons with a blank face, no red eyes. And Vadic grabbed his hand. Override has been canceled.
Nope, he had the code, of course. Jean-Luc Picard.
She's grabs him. She's not looking at him, saying, "How do you know Admiral Jean-Luc Picard's override codex?" So now she's looking at him. He's looking pretty blank in the face right now. Somehow she knows that Jack Crusher's in there. She's like, "Are you in there, Jack?" And the Seven and Captain Shaw are like, What's going on here?
I think DJ Ryan G's got it.
A Kotex. That makes sense in the new track context, Salty. Kotex.
Yeah,
What's that?
or was it Kotex? For women's stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Or that might have been Salty. I don't know. Let me make sure. Oh, yeah.
Looks like he failed again.
It was Salty. Yeah, sorry. Salty came up with the Kotex line. Sorry, my bad.
Uh-oh.
Kill him! Shoot him in the head.
Come on, don't shoot him in the head. Oh, no, not her. Not her.
Yeah, coward Shaw.
Come on, Shaw, you're the captain. Take responsibility.
No, he's a coward. Come on. He's an asshole coward.
I mean, I guess he's not the best of the best like Kirk. Kirk would have stepped in right away and said, "I'm responsible for the lives of my crew," and he'd step in front.
Is this what race is she?
I don't know. That's she's a brand new race, but so far, I mean, I actually like these newer. I actually like these newer characters. They feel like Star Trek characters. It's just
I wasn't sure.
They need to have more to do. Honestly, they just need to have more to do, which is where that whole thing online kind of got started.
I wasn't sure. I mean, it's sort of a unique, like the green sort of shading, sort of interesting. Like, I wouldn't say that in a bad way. I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if she was like a known race or not.
All right, so I don't know. I hope nothing bad happens. Let's see. Jack's trying to do something, and Picard and Beverly are trying to stop him. And now they got the Doran guy.
Why does he just take over next guy and Kung Fu Panda him?
All right, I didn't hear what they were saying.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So they got both of them on their knees. So he just stated his name and his position, and now she's like, no. So I'm curious where they're going with this. So I'm just I don't know. I'm finding this really strange. Now she's trying to get him to tell her about someone who loves him, and now he brings up he has a son. She's telling him, Picard has a son, tell him to come up here. And he's like, I can't. Because I'm Starfleet. Based.
That was so...
No. No, they killed the Vulcan. Oh. Why? I mean, this was just. I mean, I got a reaction on me. This character. I mean, it's hard when you have a character that dies that speaks compared to a character that doesn't speak at all. But I don't see like they had the two characters on their knees, but then they tried to pull. They're trying to pull a fast one and shoot someone else. I mean, what purpose? I mean,
It's completely pointless drama for no reason. Like it's like, oh, she's not gonna do it. Oh, nope, changed my mind. It's like Just shoot the one on your knees. That's the whole point of breaking down a character like that, or breaking down a character, is when, now you feel worse because you just had them tell you everything about them or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the person that they're trying to get, let them get executed. No, we just shot random Vulcans standing next to you after.
Well, I mean, she's one of the. I mean, it was the two and her were the three characters on the bridge that talked and actually they sounded like Star Trek characters. So, but have you ever seen The Walking Dead?
Yeah,
have you ever
parts of it?
Well, can you think of a moment in that show where people were lined up and they were on their knees?
Oh, I didn't see the part where
Negan
bashed. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Abraham, the ginger.
Yeah.
So, and then but like they made it a secret. Like, oh, you didn't get that far. Oh, you were out. You were out by then.
I was out.
Oh my gosh!
When Glenn
that was dark.
Survived
like
the trash can. So
yeah. So like that was the cliffhanger. The cliffhanger was you didn't know. Like everybody knew. Like if you read the source material of the comic, you knew that Negan was going to kill Glenn. But in this case, in the episode, the end of season 6, they made it a secret who was going to kill. So people were formulating theories. But I was just like, either they're going to kill Glenn or they're going to kill Abraham, because Abraham's already dead at that point in the comic anyway. So it's going to be either of those two. And then we find out, it's Abraham that he points that gets the first person, the last thing you see at the end of the season. But then they pull another one and they kill Glenn too. So that pissed off my friend so much that he stopped watching like right after that. I kept watching it for 2 more seasons.
I stopped at Trash Can Miracle Glenn when he fell off the trash can and.
That was I think that was the same. I think that was the season. The same season.
It might have been before that, but like,
it was definitely before that. But
it was definitely before the Negan. But Negan, I think it just showed up and like when he fell off the trash can and didn't die. I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, and that was my first experience with fake out deaths. Like I don't even know if I ever dealt with. They've never done fake out deaths before that, so it just got to the point that Walking Dead and Game of Thrones really just started this whole killing off characters trope.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
About on episode here?
Sure.
Since there seems to be absolutely zero limitation to Jack ability to take over people's minds on this huge giant starship. It's a giant starship, right? So he could be like 100 yards away. Like how big are these starships? These things are huge, right?
Pretty. I mean, this is not as big as the Enterprise, but it's still pretty. I mean, these ships are still pretty big. It's bigger than the original Enterprise. It has 500 people capability.
Pretty much zero limitation, right?
Yeah.
What's to stop him for just taking over somebody else and start a fight there, trying to save him?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it costs him energy, but we didn't see any bloody nose come out of him like 11.
Well, it is Vecna.
Because even 11 in Stranger Things has.
Sorry, I forgot who we were dealing with. It's Vecna. I apologize. We can move on. Sorry.
All right. Let's move on.
Sorry.
I'm like, well, as far as we can, maybe he can take over Vadic. Maybe he can take over her.
Well, I'm assuming they can. Well, see, so far he hasn't taken over a changeling as far as we know, right? I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
So maybe he can't. So look, if he takes over a changeling, there are multiple worse problems with all of this, right?
Yeah.
If he takes over a single changeling, catastrophic to the whole freaking show. Catastrophic failure.
Yeah, it'd just be like, okay, then just end it.
Take over Vadic.
Take over Vadic and end the whole thing.
Over.
Yeah,
take over Vadic. Don't tell anybody. Shoot the 2 guys on the bridge. Problem solved.
There you go.
So the minute he takes over a changeling, I don't want to hear nothing.
All right. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. So we're getting the crazy eyes from Vecna. She's like, we're going to have to repeat this exercise over and over and over again until I get what I want. At least she didn't.
Can I say I love how you called him Vecna? Can we just call Jack Vecna for now?
Yeah, let's just. Yeah, I mean,
Might as
we're
well.
it's not like assholes, but I guess why not? I'm
Yeah,
an
it's your call.
asshole.
I'll follow your lead.
So we're back on the Shrike. They're talking about Kestra.
Jeez. Riker's a bad father, guys.
Yeah, so she's
Riker's a
basically
bad
like I
husband.
said, she's basically talking down to him right now, saying, "You left the moment Jean-Luc called you," and he's basically trying to say, well, yeah, and she's yeah. So, yeah, and she's basically saying, "You gave up." He's like, "No, I was numb."
All right, I'm going to talk about better stuff with Donnie in your chat.
All right.
Your Betazoid power. This is so dumb, man.
Well, I mean, I don't know why they
No.
call it
I know she's
powers.
got powers, but this is
They're
like
not even
this
powers,
is now
they
feelings
never-
and jail cells, man. Like Riker's a bad father. He's a bad husband. He grieved too much for his dead son. Like
I hated. I mean, I'm gonna say this again. I hated that they introduced that in Picard season 1. I'm just like, why do that? Why
to
do
make
that?
to make him bad. That's it.
I mean, I know why they did it. They did it because synths were banned, and because synths were banned, synths were basically like I'm not gonna even get into it. So she felt the weight of everyone's grief, not just hers.
Think she's gonna cry? Is she gonna cry too?
Probably. So she says she can't skip to the end of healing, and now they embrace. And I just saw a lens flare. Retro Prairie Hipsters. So they're talking about Nepenthe, which is where Picard meets them in episode 7 of season 1. The only thing worse than a one-headed woodpecker is a two-headed woodpecker. Hey, she said Ractigino. Remember Ractiginos? The Klingon coffee that they had in Deep Space Nine. Remember that? Yeah, and they have hipsters. Yeah, they literally have hipsters. And I think we lost Steve. I think Steve's in a state of shock right now. He's hating me for making him watch this with me. So everybody, go easy on Steve. He is. Like lay it on me, Steve.
I wish
I'm taking it. This is not as good as Succession.
I wish I was in traffic, and I wish I was in traffic and never made it home. I wish I was stuck on the freeway. What I mean, like, this is supposed to be. We're supposed to find this charming, right? Is that the point of this? Is, oh, they're falling back in love and yada yada yada. Is that what this is? Is that what this is supposed to be? Because it's cringy as hell. It is so them and this gel, it's all been ultimate cringe. I like Riker. This is cringy and terrible. And I know everybody's eating it up, going, oh, they're in love again. Like, talk about a dirty trick. Like, is this what? So I'm gonna make a comparison. So is this what they wanted to see from Han and Leia in a room together, just hugging and embracing and having dumb conversations with Luke? In The Last Jedi would have been okay.
I was dead.
Not in the first one. They could have just put them all together in a room. And they could have talked about 18-headed toads and two-footed spider monkeys and I don't know, ravens with white feathers and pooped gold pellets.
No, they didn't talk about. They didn't do that. They didn't do that.
But I'm just saying, would that have been like? Because they're not. This is of no value. This is of no value. This is a problem they created in season 1 of Picard. This has nothing to do with TNG. This is just them making up because they need to make up.
Because in the first episode of the season, he's just like, "Oh, Deanna doesn't want to see me. Kestra doesn't want to see me." And that's all. And then that was like a few lines in that bar in the beginning.
Because he can't, handle his grief.
Yeah, and I mean that's I don't know how long ago. I mean, I think that took place. I mean that was supposed to be, I think, 5 years before this.
This is a trick. This is an emotional trick. This is.
So how could this have been done better? What do you think?
How could this have been done better? They should have just. Why are we spending? I don't think it needs to be done at all. Like, I thought they were over this.
Yeah,
they had the discussion. They had the discussion on the TV about I feel again. So why are we back here? Why are we doing this again?
That's true.
This was done.
4. Yeah, so at the end of episode 4, he had that conversation. This was done. With Picard, said all this stuff, and yeah.
This was done. This was finished. They had their talk. He came back and, oh, there you are. Right? This was finished. So what? Riker's just weak. So weak that every time something goes wrong, he goes into despair.
Yeah.
And Deanna's got to bring him back every time. Like, this was done. This was finished. They were good, right? I thought they were.
Yeah, like you would think, like there's been two scenes now. Then you think, hey, let's find a way to get the fuck out of here. Let's figure out how we can get out of here.
Like,
it just seems like they're just kind of
that. We don't need it. This is all useless. This is all feelings. This is all feelings to get. We want to get Deanna and Riker together in a room so they can have a heartfelt conversation about how much they love each other. This was finished, done. They had reconciled. They were good. If you got to have a scene with them, maybe they're speculating and trying to figure out a way how they might be able to get the fuck out of prison, because obviously the ship hasn't been Picard's plan hasn't worked.
I mean, there's a skeleton crew on board the Shrike, so
being good in their job and trying to fucking figure out how to do something rather than sitting here having an emotional jack off with each other.
I've heard that before. I'm curious where, but
that's why I said it. I'm sorry, but it's just like, this was done. We have circled. This was. That's the most important. That's the most annoying part about this for me. This is finished. This was already resolved. Right? Yeah. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, or was this not resolved?
He had that. So he had that crisis in the beginning, and then when they were going down towards the center of that gravity well, which ended up being a mother womb, and it was actually a space born womb that's shooting out energy and who knows what else. But yeah, he had that conversation. You're right. He had that at the end of the episode. Once they escaped, he had that conversation with Deanna on the screen. So like they were out, and he managed to make contact with her. So they did have their talk. So I'll have to re-listen to it to see maybe there were things that weren't resolved. I don't know. But let's get back to this. People are dying to see what happens next. So. So they embrace. They have to be willing to take it to the next step. And now, oh, look who's here! I didn't know Worf can kill a shapeshifter with a blade. I think that was a little bit of a late reaction too. But they're like, Worf. So how did he get aboard? Like that's just yeah, Nathan, where the fuck did he come from? So maybe they'll explain it. He's saying a few things right now, so let's see. You remember at the end of TNG, All Good Things, Troy and him were together. I'll say that. He literally says, Deanna, I have counted days since I last saw you. Now they're trying to be funny. So he's saying, I've always thought about your empathic gifts, your empathic gifts, and then she's like, oh, that's wonderful. And he's like, no, dude. Not cool.
Titan's dying. Everybody's dying. No, everybody's dead. Person just died. Let's have a laugh. Let's fucking like this is.
So you think that was inappropriate to have a moment of levity during all this shit going down?
I don't know I can do this anymore. This is ridiculous. How the fuck did he get on the ship?
I think
there are things that block transporters. I know it. I've seen some of these. They just let people transport anywhere because they need them there. This is the worst one of all. He just ninja'd. He just dropped from the. He just came up from. Is he a changeling? Did he melt into the floor and then pop up behind him and stab him? Dear Jesus.
And we still haven't seen the ship that him and Raffi have been, transporting. So yeah, I don't like. Yeah, they were gone last episode. Now they're back. So let's see. Let's see where this goes. So, Steve, if you gotta take a break, don't worry about it.
This is unreal, bro.
All right, let's get back to this. All right, I'm going to take this back a little bit just for the sake of. So let's watch that again. Let's watch that again. So get away from her. The guy, the evil shapeshifter dude comes in, and then we get the blade, and they bleed red.
Why did he just hit him with the phaser? Why did he stab him?
Don't. Thought about her constantly. He's sensitive.
People are eating this shit up, aren't they?
Riker literally says this is a rescue mission or a literal continuation of the torture. And he's like, "Follow me. Let's get out of here."
I guess they took the ship over.
Okay, they have a cloaked shuttle, I guess.
So there's no security to keep people from transporting on. Why did the Birdman open the cell? For what purpose?
He was gonna grab Deanna.
For what?
To I don't know. I didn't write this episode. So let's keep watching.
I'll shut up.
So we're back on the Titan. We're back in the sick bay, and we got Picard, Crusher, and Jack talking. Let's see what they're saying. So yeah, Jack is still arguing he wants to turn himself in. So they need an AI that's capable of very fast computation. So wonder who they're going to bring in to do this. Yep, you got it. There's Data. We're back to Data. More lore. So now they went to engineering. All right, so now they're pointing phaser. So the Picard, Beverly, Sydney, and Jack got into and went to engineering where it's Geordi and Data or Brent Spiner, old Brent Spiner, Android, whoever he is. And now they're all pointing their weapons at each other. So where I think Geordi's asking them questions. So yeah, just once you get you separated, you gotta ask because you don't know if they're a shapeshifter. So Picard brings up, he asks a question about Picard's wine or something. All right, so what they're bringing up now, so Picard and Geordi are talking, and they're talking about the partition. So there's a partition between Data and Lore. So they're worried. So I think Geordi says he's worried about Lore taking over Data. Well, I think Picard's just like, well, maybe Data could take over Lore, and then Geordi's like, well, it's against Data's ethical subroutine, not permitting him to take a life or something. So, I mean, there's the law. I mean, I'm trying to think of there's the law of robotics that Asimov came up with that, but that's taking a human life. So, I mean, I guess he's sentient. I don't know if they include sentient life. If you guys know in the chat, let me know. I don't remember. I think it's only human life, but it could just be life in general. Well, I forget. So back to this. Steve is, Steve's taking a break. So this is going to take time, and Jack's like, I can buy you some time. Only one chance. No safeguards, no backups. LaForge tells Data to buckle up if he's in there. Okay, so now we see Data. So now we're in Data's mind. There's a lot of lens flares. So Data and Laura are now talking to each other. Data's reminiscing. Laura's talking about, in my mind, you would find symbols of power and conquest.
The power of friendship is going to win. Watch.
And Data collects trinkets. He has a pipe now. He's got the Sherlock Holmes pipe, smoking pipe. All right, so now the partition's gone.
Dude, it's the
Did you hear that?
music.
It's
the fucking Stranger Things music.
Are
you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, what the ever living fuck is happening?
I'll say it doesn't sound very. I guess we're nitpicking. We're nitpicking. So we're being too hard on this. Steve, you're being too hard on this. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you ruin? How dare you ruin everybody's enjoyment of this? Sorry. All right. Okay. All jokes aside,
I'm muting again. I'm muting.
All jokes aside, yeah, we'll keep watching it. We'll keep watching it. So, but yeah, we're hearing Stranger Things stuff right now. So, the reason why we can hear it, maybe people are watching on their screens, but we're listening to it, on the headphones, and we can hear it pretty well. So, I don't know. It's stuff like that takes you out of the episode.
Nathan called it right out too. Like I think everybody heard it. They stopped talking. You cannot not hear it.
Yeah,
like you cannot any other type like anything else. Literally anything else. Jesus, how bankrupt of freaking creativity are you that you can't even get a musical director or a composer to compose something that doesn't sound 1-to-1 like the most popular freaking show on Netflix? It's just a smaller. I'm muting. Sorry, I'm muting.
All right, let's continue this. So Lore and back to where Lore and Data have the partition has been removed, and Lore is basically just kind of talking down the Data right now. So I'm just going to go back a little bit just to get a little more context of what's going on.
Get some Danger Zone going in here. Why not? Hell yeah, Nathan.
Oh, geez, I cannot unhear that. What a fairy tale it's been.
Feelings.
All right, so Lore
nothing more than feelings. Now the robots are having a feeling fight.
Yeah, I mean, Lore's just jealous of Data. Lore was alone.
Stupid.
Lore's alone, and he was jealous that Data had friends. He had love, so to speak.
Actually, Dempsey, that would.
And he was also fully functional. I think Laura is jealous of the fact that Data was fully functional.
Ooh, hello, ladies.
Yeah,
I could do with some Master of Puppets right now, Dempsey. Let's see if that comes up later. Sorry.
All right, so let's go back to this. We keep interrupting. We're ruining
the
flow of the episode.
I will mute. I'm sorry.
Come on, we have to work harder to enjoy this. Steve, you have to work harder to enjoy
I have to. Is that?
I'm imposing my will on you to enjoy this. You better fucking enjoy this, Steve.
Okay.
Like, seriously.
Okay. I will try. Okay, I'm concentrating really hard.
And you have to think nothing but positive thoughts. Nothing but positive thoughts.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready. Let's do it. My ass is clenched. I got it. I'm ready.
All right. So let's go with Lore and Data. What a waste. Hey, he took his pipe. How dare he?
Is this where the power of friendship makes them win?
So he took away. So he took away Data's pipe. So Data had a pretty boss pipe. I don't know if it's worthy of Nathan's pipe, but because he took Data's pipe, now Data looks like he's short circuiting or something. And I don't know if maybe there's a reason that pipe is important. We'll see. And Data's like, what have you done? Laura's like, I'm overpowering you, bruh. I'm overpowering you. He's like one life form replacing another. Evolution, my dear Watson, says Lauren. He's smoking the pipe, and then was he like? All right, so it kind of cuts. So Data's in trouble, and Lore is smoking his pipe. How dare he? But all right, so now we're back on the Shrike. Yeah. Hey, there's Rafaela.
Did they kill all the gooey guys?
I don't know. Did they cut? So I don't know what she's doing. She's scanning. So I think they're on the bridge now.
So they just completely left their ship undefended.
Oh,
huh?
look! Hey, look! There's the body of Picard, and it looks like
so
TNG era Picard before he got all jacked in the TNG movies. So you see the TNG movies, he's like in like especially First Contact, Insurrection. He's freaking yoked, and he was in his late 50s when he was doing those movies. So. They're like, is that him? No, it's his former shell. It's his real body. So they removed portions of his parietal lobe right there. The sections that were infected with aromatic syndrome.
Are we doing the brain disease is actually a strength thing?
I think that's what they were saying.
Is that what we're doing? Is this like
they set that up? They set that up in episode 6. They were saying, they're saying that the aromatic stuff was inconclusive, that they believed it's something else.
The predator autism is the freaking next form of evolution theory. Is that really what we're doing? From predators, the predators are hunting Earth for autistic children. That's why they take their spines.
I don't understand your predators and autistic children. I don't get where you're.
One of the latest Predator movie, not that shit one. No, that don't count. I don't know what.
Oh, Predator, the Predator. I've never seen that
one. Predator, the one with the giant predator.
Okay, I've not seen that.
The Predator is they're trying to they're oh my god. They basically equate autism to a superpower and say that that's what they're looking for. The predators are trying to get the kid because he has autism.
Huh?
Exactly. Okay, moving on. We're doing the.
Come on, Steve. Where's your positivity? I'm imposing my will on you. Come on, be positive.
I still haven't got past that. There's nobody on this ship.
Too.
There's nobody on this ship. There's no guards left. They're just roaming around. They got on there. That they don't have like an ass ton of munitions on that ship or anything either, do they? To guard, just in case. Like no. It's pretty much protocol to empty out your ship of everybody on it and just leave it there. And did they leave it in park?
I mean, they left it in park, and apparently there was only one person on board.
They just forgot.
They haven't encountered anybody else.
They forgot to activate the security code. I am sorry. I totally forgot. I'm sorry.
Here's the other thing. Like, wouldn't Picard's body be like under strict guard too? Like
Picard's body is gone,
if you had to extract something super important, or your life and everyone's lives under you would be forfeit, because you have an evil warlord, Blofeld type of mastermind, criminal, evil bad guy above you that will kill you without a whim. I'm sure you'd want to safeguard his prize, wouldn't you? I mean, do you understand what I'm getting at?
Yes. Like guards and shit, let alone the fucking ship with all the goddamn ammunition that could blow up fucking Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe protect that shit.
Yeah, because I'll say this: in Deep Space Nine, you had the Dominion, so there's an episode.
Have to do anything.
There's an episode where they're on the Founder's homeworld, Odo and Kira Nerys. And they find this door, and they're like, what do shapeshifters need with the door? Because the shapeshifter homeworld, the founder's homeworld, is basically a big giant golden ocean. And no, not pee, but golden, viscous, very 90s CGI looking ocean. And they're like, well, what do shapeshifters need with the door? Because they can just, Ivan ooze inside. They can just Ivan ooze it inside. If you've seen Power Rangers, the movie, right? Because now we have Donnie here who likes to talk about Power Rangers all the time. Yeah, the Power Rangers movie had freaking Ivan ooze just turns into goo and can just go through any door. That's what they can do.
But they didn't even do anything smart here. Like they could have had them come up and like outsmart them and be like, we're changelings, and they're like, oh, we don't believe you. It's like, well, we have this important thing, blah 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 blah, and they're like, oh, blah 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 blah, you may board, and then they fucking outsmart. Nope, they're there, and they kill one guy because he was getting Deanna for reasons. What reason? Still don't know.
They didn't say anything, and we don't know what's going on.
The one guy they left on the ship.
I got a theory.
There's no security, nothing.
I got a theory. Maybe Raffi and Worf killed them all off screen, so they're gonna drop a throwaway line confirming that.
Because they said we're clear. Did you hear Riker come in and say we're clear? So obviously there are other people on the ship.
So we're clear just for the room. Is that what you're saying?
Apparently, I don't know.
Or maybe they're clear for the entire
ship. There's other people on the ship. I don't know.
I mean,
this is a good ship. This must be the one where this must be that one from the first movie. Nobody has to be on it to run it.
I'll be honest. I mean, this ship is terrifying to look at, especially the view of it when you first see it at the end of episode 1. But so far in this series, this ship has not been that impressive. To be perfectly honest, like this ship has not. Like this ship has the ability to be as terrifying. I thought the Scimitar in Star Trek Nemesis was more terrifying because not only did it take a lot more hits, but they copied Star Trek 6 by having it be able to fire when cloaked, and it was bigger and it was actually more terrifying to look at. There was a point where Picard and Shinzon, his clone, who was the Praetor and in command of the Scimitar, they literally had a stare down. He's looking me in the eye and all that. I think that was more terrifying. I think I was more terrified by that ship than by this.
And then there's the whole body. Who grabbed Jean-Luc Picard's body and decided we should put this on ice just in case?
Well, you know what? It's a story, Steve. It's going to pay off. Your questions are going to be answered. So stop complaining and just enjoy this episode. I command you to enjoy this episode.
I'll get back into I'll get back into the enjoying position here, okay?
And yeah, the Scimitar didn't get yeeted twice. That's another thing. I forgot about it. Yeah, the Shrike got yeeted. When you show a ship getting yeeted, it's really hard to take that ship it's kind of hard to take it seriously
ever again.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Of all this ammunition they haven't fired a single bullet.
Or maybe that was Mr. Metalis' intent. Maybe he didn't want us to be terrified of the Shrike. Maybe he was saving that all for Vatic, executing I forgot her name. I'm sorry. I forgot the Vulcan's science officer's name.
Has this ship shot a single piece of, except for the tractor beam? And
it shot a few. It blew up the Helios, the medical ship, or no, it disabled the Helios, but it pretty much just used the portal weapon, and the Titan just damaged themselves. They shot themselves in the ass.
All this ammunition, they haven't used any of it. Barely any of it.
I don't think they did.
So glad they have those on the rack there. All right.
Yeah, but what are they going to do with all those weapons? You'll see. I think I know what they're going to do. So let's get back to this. I know we've been interrupting this the whole time. So they're like, why does she want that?
How does she know? She can speak fucking
shapeshifter?
Shapeshifter?
Yeah. Yeah, she's downloading their database right now. Rafi, Deanna. Strange days we're having, huh? Yeah.
Oh,
Download complete.
Well, fuck. You know.
It's like
Oh, so
records.
So maybe there aren't people on board, or they're just idiots, since now they're using all of their stuff and nobody's being notified anybody's using anything.
Nope. Maybe the ship is completely clear of shapeshifters. Now, you know what's funny is this would be a perfect opportunity to set a trap, because shapeshifters can take any form. You know, they can take any form, and just, you know, like my mic right here could be a shapeshifter. My webcam could be a shapeshifter. Heck, Steve's headphones could be shapeshifters. Like, you don't, like, I should be feeling terrified right now. Just saying.
Look at Riker. Wait. Look at Riker's face right now. That's how I feel.
He's like this.
Like, look at that dead eye on, like, look at that dead eye on the left.
Oh
side
my
of his
gosh,
head.
you're right. Oh my gosh.
That's how I feel right
I
now.
paused it at a bad time. I got to get that. I can't unsee this.
Oh my god! Actually, thank God.
The alarm went off. So yeah, so they've been discovered.
Thank fucking
Prisoners
God.
have escaped. Okay, now they know on the Titan that the prisoners have escaped. So now she's like, okay, another. So she was about to take the Bajoran dude again, and then someone's on the turbo lift. I wonder who it is. Is it Data? Nope, it's Jack. Jack has showed up on the bridge. She calls him baby boy. It's like, I was sure you declined my invitation. It's like, no, my mother taught me better than that. He even brought a gift, the thermal detonator. Wait, is that really a thermal wait, whoa. Thermal detonator in Star Trek? They did have those. They did have, okay, sorry.
Look, the four of them have guns.
They had those things. They had those charges in the beginning, in episode 2.
Bro.
Yeah, they rolled a Riker.
Bro.
Sorry.
There are now. Hold on. Just hold on. I just want to point out what the fuck just happened. Okay. Is this really Jack Crusher? That's my number one question. Okay. Because that motherfucker just went from wherever the hell they were with Data, just walked to the elevator, went up to the bridge, and walked his ass on there. They have fucking phasers down with fucking LaForge during the feelings fight between the androids. If it's that easy to take the bridge, just go take the bridge. Use Jack as a human fucking shield. They're not going to shoot him. Come up with a plan. She just went on to the bridge.
Yeah, maybe we
now we're
see what they planned.
Now we're gonna do the I have a grenade thing. How creative! All right, sorry.
Yeah, just like from Return of the Jedi.
I'm muting again. Sorry.
Jeez, Steve, come on! You're supposed to like this. All right, let's go. All right. And she smiles, and it cuts to black. So that's the commercial break. So now we're back in Lore and Geordi. So Lore is devouring Data bit by bit. So now it's up to Data. So now we're back in the sky, or back in Data's head. Lore is consuming Data. Lore's just like, Data, you're just gonna fade away. I'll remember that. That's Tasha Yar's. That's his little Tasha Yar hologram thing that he kept. He hands it to Lore. And then they kind of throw the memories and they become like butterflies or something. And he says, "This is memories that define my memories define me." Basically, that's his defense against Lore. So he basically said, "I'm going to kill myself if you don't let them go." And so now they're pushing everybody into the conference room. 7 of 9 turns around. 7 of 9 is accepting the consequences and stays on the bridge. And Jack's like, "What do you want from me, Beck?" And she's just giving him the crazy eye. She wants his gifts. He wants to know what they are.
Just blow up the ship. Please do us a favor. Blow it up. 7 is so brave. Game on.
She's shedding a tear. It looks like eyes are watering. All right, what? Okay, I'm not even following. What are they saying?
I don't fucking know. Nothing.
I'm trying to make sense. I mean, one thing I liked about older Trek is that it was pretty direct in their dialogue. Like,
oh my god, this is fucking horrible.
Come on, Steve. You're supposed to like this. Come on, give this a chance. You know.
My fucking brain hurts, man.
Hey, just to take a Tylenol. Take 2 Tylenol and
I fucking wish I
think of it. There's only 2 more. There's only 2 more weeks of me subjecting you to this. So, hey, if Red Letter Media can handle this, you can handle this.
How do they like it?
I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know. I've only read comments. I haven't watched their thing, so I don't know. I'm assuming Mike likes the series. So, yeah, everybody. Yeah, Donnie's telling you, hang in there. He's telling you to hang in there, Steve. Hang in there. You can do this. You can do this.
How much is left?
We have. We still have. We are 31 minutes in the episode. So I think.
Oh my god! What? What?
20,
Just for
20
a half hour?
Minutes. Yep. No, not quite. I don't think we have a half an hour. I think it's a good. I think it's a good about 20, 25 minutes. So yeah, a little bit under half an hour. So
go ahead and hit play. I'll be back. I gotta go cry.
All right. So Steve has to go cry and do stuff. So let's get back to this. All right, so Jack demands to know from Vadic what she knows. And then he puts his finger on the button again, even though they already have their guns on him. She's like, "You're from go planet to planet, species to species." Constant shadow of Wait, what? Did she say the shadow of isolation, loneliness, life and service to others, calling. Or was it guilt? She's asking him, did you always know deep down what you are? And he's like, Vatic. She's like, what did he say? Vatic, if you want to stop talking about your circles, yourself. I have to enable subtitles. Sorry, guys. I need to understand what they're saying. Okay, he said you want to stop talking in batshit circles. I'm all ears. Okay, I've never heard that expression before, but hey, what do I know? He's all ears. And then she grabs her ear, and she's like, yes. Let's see. She's staring him. And he's like, you've heard the voices. She's asking him what the voices are like. After years of solitude, silence, and finally, so many voices. Now she's saying with eyes watering, she can help him put the pieces together, the answers. I'm reading what she's saying right now, by the way. And then she says, the choice is yours, Jack. He's looking at her like, what? So she knows something. And she's asking him, are you not curious to see what's behind that red door? So she knows about the red door. And Seven's like, what?
Oh, well, now we find out why she's there.
Huh?
Nothing. This is so dumb.
So yeah, we had that maniacal music, and now it's cutting back to Geordi, and he's like, "Oh, Data's beginning to shut down."
I wonder if he's gonna win just in time to save the fucking day.
Steve, Steve, you don't know that. I mean, anything can happen in this series. Come on, like seriously, enjoy it. Why don't you freaking enjoy it? What's the matter with you? Jeez.
So I seriously, like, I was sitting. I almost, like, I'm this close to going and taking some of my dad's whiskey and just canning it, like, just fucking hitting it.
But no, don't do that. You don't drink. Don't do that.
I'm that close, bro. I don't drink. It's getting really fun. It's getting close.
Don't do that. You don't drink. You have responsibilities, sir. You have people that depend on you. So you can't do that. So if you need to take a break, if you need to take a break, that's fine. I know this is eating you on the inside.
This is another level of bad, my friend. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be quiet and let you finish the episode. I'm just going to save my remarks.
All right. And got another super chat from Mr. Salty. Thank you so much for $4.99. I'd rather eat pus-drenched scabs off a dead hobo than even try to speed watch another episode of this complete and total garbage. And he says, F off R&B. So, I don't know what to say. I mean, come on, guys, chat, Salty. Enjoy it. Why don't you enjoy it? Why can't I make you understand? Seriously, Steve, you should be enjoying this. Why don't you enjoy this? But putting all jokes aside, let's see what happens. I know everybody's dying to find out what happens next. You know, is Data and Lore is that gonna resolve? Is Data gonna kill Lore? Is Lore gonna kill Data? What will happen? The Jordy's like, we're about to lose Data forever, and then okay, so now Data has a deck of cards in his hand, and they're going back to remember they used to play poker on TNG.
Yes,
he had friends to play poker with. And Data's giving him the card, giving Lore the cards. He says they belong to him.
He's gonna kill him with the power of love.
Laura's basically saying, "Why are you giving these things?" Because so he's giving him memories from his past, or memories that he's had to Lore because Lore had nothing. He had nobody. And that's why he's doing it. So let's keep going. So Lore's just like, why are you doing this? You don't have to do that. There you go. So now they're it looks like he's like, oh, this looks like surrender, Picard and Geordi. So they're ramping up the tension right here. So because I mean, look at Steve. He's literally on the edge of his seat right now. He just doesn't show it, but he's literally on the edge of his seat. He is super duper excited.
I wonder if all the little lights are gonna go blue because of the power of love.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So the blue lights are data. So there's a screen. There's a picture of the brain, and there's like all the nodes. There's all the dotted nodes on the screen, and so the red lighted nodes, because it's red, you gotta assume it means evil. The red nodes are Lore.
Can I just say that I didn't know Lore was a Sith Lord, and Data was a freaking Jedi
Lord.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. That almost made up for this whole fucking show. A Sith
Lord? Yeah, we that's like that's me and my brother always make fun of that.
Thank you so much for that. But I don't know about you, but if I knew that, if I just witnessed this hell robot just take over the whole brain, I'd be like chopping his fucking head off or shooting him. What about you?
Yeah, that Dempsey's great there, right there. Blue versus red, of course. And then Nathan's like, Huey Lewis, the power of love.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about you, but this looks like surrender. It's like, then you better shoot his fucking head off, otherwise you're completely fucked. Am I wrong?
So DJ Ronnie G, $2. Quote, Steve on the edge of forever. The prophet on the prophet on the edge of forever. There you go, right there. Probably best Star Trek, best original series episode of all time. Sitting on the edge of forever. There you go. Thank you, DJ Ronnie G, member, and subscribe to his channel. He does a lot of tech stuff. Definitely check him out. So, all right. So, oh yeah, Joseph Dredd says only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must. Daniel says 99% of Steve's brain is focused on the show to the point his body is almost asleep. All right, that was my attempt at Shatner. So there you go. And then Dempsey, in all of his snarky stuff, says Star Trek Deep Sleep 9. Because look at him. All right, but going back, the stream's almost been 2 hours long. This might be the longest stream this live reaction I've done. we're how many more minutes do we have? We still got we're 34 minutes, and it's only been a few minutes since we last checked. So let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Okay, so look who's back. We got, remember Spot the cat? Remember Data has a cat named Spot. Here's Data's cat, and I think he's going to give. Maybe Spot is what turns Lore to the good side, and maybe the cat, maybe Spot. You know, which was Brent Spiner. The most difficult actor that Brent Spiner had to work with was the cat, according to Brent Spiner. So now that we have Spot again, maybe Spot will turn Lore to the good side. Let's see. Maybe I'm right. Picks him up. Oh, yeah, that's Spot. I like how Lore's just like, what is that? So so Spot the cat taught Data to love, and he is the best of him and the last of him. And this is literally what they're saying. And now he handed the cats to Lore. And now the whole world is turning red and orange. And Lore is smiling. And Data is starting to short circuit, and he's gone. The last node is red. And they're like, oh, damn. All right. Joseph Dredd says, didn't Tasha Yar teach him to love? Yeah. I mean, like I said, fully functional. So, yeah. I mean, she did. I mean, he had that thing. Like that was one of the things that he gave to Lore, was that treasured possession of his, the little hologram of her. So, all right. So now all the notes are red. Data's gone. Or is he? Let's see. And I think we lost Steve. I think Steve's in a state of shock. Steve, are you okay? All right. Steve is fine. He's fine. He's all fine right now. So let's keep going. Oh, see you, Dempsey. So it was red, but now Lore is being hit by that same short circuit. That I guess the cat's causing it. Maybe he's feeling this thing called love. He's like, I can feel. Well, he can't feel. He has emotions. And Data came back, and now he's all blue. And Lore's like, what's happening? I merely discovered the error in your deception, says Data. That my memories were not without value to you. I knew that because they belonged to me, you would see them as trophies and be unable to resist them. You took the things that were me, and doing so, you have become me. So he's speaking right in his ear. Are they embracing? We are one now. We are me. They embrace. And he says, goodbye, brother. And Lore is turned into a bunch of particles in the air. And now Data wakes up. Data's breathing heavy. And he's just like,
boom, everybody's dead.
Data's back.
Boom, everybody's dead.
So Data's like, they were like, nope, we need your help now, Data. So Data's accessing the ship systems. They got comms back. So Riker is contacting them right now, and now they have Riker's contacting them, and he's talking to Sydney right now, telling them what's going on. So Data just said, hey Titan, this is your friendly pissed off security system back online. So now everybody's hearing it, and Vac's hearing it, and she's like, I'm gonna get you. Unwanted guests and monologuing protoplasms. Okay, there you go. I am announcing an immediate shift change. Oh my gosh. Raffi's got
Just
two
fucking
knives.
shoot her!
She's got two blades, and there's a whole bunch of those shapeshifters
Just
confronting her in the corridor.
fucking shoot her!
So now she's
Oh my god, in fucking heaven.
she's spinning and doing all these moves right now.
Jesus fucking Christ. Guns are a thing. Like, this is the...
This is I can safely say that this doesn't happen in this doesn't happen in Star Trek. this doesn't happen in Star Trek. We don't really see blade fights, and I mean the only time we really see a blade fight is when Worf is doing something with the Batleth or something. But like with humans, no, that's not really a thing. Or at least I can't think of anything. I'm sure maybe somebody can. Maybe I could be wrong, but I just can't think of it right now. So I think now it's just Vadic and her Michael Myers commander dude on the bridge. And then you have Raffi is full ninja doing her kicks and everything. Well, I guess she learned from the best. Data's like, Jack Crusher, you are up. He activates the thermal or whatever detonator. And it's actually a shield. It's actually an energy shield. So now they're opening up the evacuation hatch. Shit's going down. Oh, hey, remember we used to hear that quite a bit. Get off my bridge. Well, 7 just set it to Vadic. So that whole thermal detonator thing was actually a shield. Like the shield from the droidekas. Where are those droidekas from episode 1? The same type, those circular spherical energy shields. And hey, we got an F-bomb drop right here by Vadic because they're like, get off my bridge. And she's like, oh, fucking solids. And her Michael Myers commander just got blown the fuck, as Ellen Ripley says, they got blown the fuck into space. I can't believe it. The stream's already almost 2 hours. And they've been yeeted. They're going in different directions. Picard closing out. So now she's spinning in space. She's freezing. Wait, does this kind of look familiar to you? Isn't there a movie that came out in 2017 that had someone get blown into space and then they kind of freeze, but then something happens?
I'm not saying another word because I want to get through this shit.
All right, my bad. Sorry. Hey, you're muted.
Sorry, I mute. Yeah, well, of course, it's Mary Poppins. Leia Organa, known as Leia Skywalker. Is she going to fly back to the strike, too, or are they going to get her with the tractor beam? Which one's it going to be?
Probably the tractor beam, because they're probably going to need some information.
This is horrible. This is some of the worst shit I've ever seen on television. Like this is fucking appalling. Sorry,
you haven't seen Picard season 1.
This is ridiculous. Sorry, this is ridiculous.
Let's keep going. Oh no. So she got broken into many pieces, into many shards in space. She got hit.
She'll be back.
The Shrike. So now we're hearing some pretty. We're hearing some Star Trek music now. They're taking back the ship. Now this sounds like Star Trek music. And now they're blowing. Oh, they're going to blow up the fucking Shrike.
Why? Why would you do that?
That's it. There she goes. The Shrike is blown the fuck up. This is, they blew it up.
Why? Why?
And they're vaporizing all
Why
the
did
bodies.
they blow up the Shrike? Oh my god.
So now Worf and Raffi are kind of arguing about how she's fighting and everything. So, but yeah, so let's talk about that really quickly. I know you want to get this done, but why did they blow up the ship? Maybe they could have found out. Or well, hey, they downloaded the entire library. I don't know if you saw that. Raffi downloaded the entire library.
It doesn't matter, bro. Disarm it. Disable it. Shoot some of the primary systems out. Recover the fucking weaponry. Like, there's obviously nobody on board because nobody put any shields up or went to battle stations or tried to defend the ship. We're to believe there were fucking 7 people on board the strike? Like, they just blew up. Like, they didn't defend themselves at all. They just let them get blown up. Like,
hey, maybe they disabled the shields already off screen. You know, it could happen. It could happen.
If it was that easy, if it was that easy to blow them up, it would have been that easy to commandeer the ship. I don't know. Maybe take it over, pretend to be changelings, talk to the demon head if you could. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, or maybe there's probably going to be some throwaway line trying to excuse this. So we'll see.
Like you're still throwing your punches. The bird, aren't you lucky? The Birdmen forgot they had laser beam pistols.
Oh, I can't wait to rewatch this. I'll just say that.
Jesus.
All right, and Riker just goes up and says to Raffi, "You're scary.
You're a brave woman.
You are not scary." Sorry.
Yeah, not woke at all. Sorry.
I didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything, Jack? Good. I didn't hear anything either. Thank you.
It's
all right.
Not woke.
So,
it's not woke, guys.
All right, let's keep going. Something's wrong with Troy.
There's a disturbance in the force.
I felt it. Yeah, she's felt it. She says there's a darkness on the ship. I wonder who that darkness is. All-consuming darkness. Creepy music now. And then Picard's like, "Welcome back, Commander."
I'm a person now.
Everybody's happy that Data's back.
See you later, Jacob.
All right. Good night, Jacob. Sorry. Yep, Data's tasted death. But this, being old, being elder, this is totally new. Oh my gosh, we're hearing the TNG thing. We're hearing the motion picture theme now. Ba da 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 da. Data and Geordi. Wait, he used a contraction. He said, "No, I didn't." He can use contractions. Data couldn't use contractions.
Hey,
Lore
I'm
could,
a person
but Data
now.
No, it's a big plot. It's a big thing in TNG. Yeah, Geordi's asking Data how he feels.
Alive.
He's smiling, I feel. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's fucking totally unearned.
Grateful for their friendship. Mm. Oh. Oh, you got me in the feels. Oh. They're all together finally. They're all together. All seven. All seven of the cast are together in the same room. All of them. Something we haven't seen for over 20 years. So, I mean, yeah, I know you said you feel it feels unearned, but this is something that's kind of hitting me right now. Jesus. Yeah. Been a long time.
Of course.
All right. Beverly says there wasn't a day where I didn't miss all of you. You cut yourself off from everybody. So one issue I do have with this series is I don't like what they did with her ultimately. I don't like what she did to. I mean, they had to explain why she was not in Picard season 1 and 2. So she basically denied Picard his child. Basically, I mean, her son grew up without him, and I was just thinking about that. And I'm like, Steve, can you imagine someone doing that to you? I mean, like seriously, you have 3 kids.
Look, man, like this is just the ignore everything that's happened till now. I'm saying words. That's it. That's all this is. Oh, I love you guys because we're in the room together now. So feelings, like it's right. I mean, it just forget all the years that I was all over the place with Jean-Luc's kid. Apparently, whether it's his kid, just whatever. No touch with anybody, but I missed you guys. It's not like she's been running. She was just out doing her thing, right?
Yeah, and they were engaged. I mean, like we saw at the beginning of episode 2, kind of engaged in illegal stuff. Like they were giving weapons to people, and I'm just like, huh?
No, this is.
And I mean,
bullshit.
This was something that was said that she was a doctor without borders. That she was. So
What's next? Are we gonna get Kirk and Bones and we're gonna get the corpse of Leonard Nimoy out of the ground and just sort of Weekend at Bernie's him and then just have them say a bunch of nonsense on Enterprise 22 for the next show? Because that's all they're doing is they're using them as meat puppets. These aren't the characters I remember from what I watched. This is all bullshit. And people are eating it up, and I don't get it.
Well, people have been eating up there's the all Star Trek people that eat up everything that comes out of Kurtzman. And now this season has been
I'm
more
sure
people have been enjoying this.
I'm sure this episode's getting rave reviews.
Yeah.
It's utter garbage.
So not as good as Succession.
I don't know what Succession is, but probably not.
Probably not. All right, so let's keep going. We gotta finish this. I know you're gonna murder me if I don't do this. If I don't finish this episode.
Oh, of course.
Troy is talking about. She's like, "You were always in my heart." The Worf is.
Jesus Christ! What is this shit?
So Worf was killing a bunch of people all this time, and he's considering selling some of their heads to them as trophies. And they're having a laugh. And Picard's like, we are once more together. So I need you, I need all of you. That we know. Frontier Day is hours away. So they have the data that what they were scanning for on the body. Did they blow up the body, or did they take the body on the? I'm assuming they took the body on the ship.
Right, I took my headphones off. What happened?
Did they take the body, or did they blow it up on the ship?
I'm sure they. I don't. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It'll be there if they need it to be. Who cares what they did? It doesn't matter. It'll be wherever they need it to be. They need it to be on Zorgon 15. It'll be there. Don't you worry.
So you're basically saying it'll be there because the script says it needs to be there.
Exactly. That's all this is.
Okay.
It doesn't like. This isn't a story. This is just people now having a fucking, a feelings orgy at a table, talking about unearned fucking plot moments that they accomplished. We downloaded the data because Rafi knows how to read Changeling. How did she learn to do that? Is she a Changeling? Was she ever a Changeling? Did she go to Changeling school where they taught how to read Changeling?
Maybe the tricorder did all the work for her.
That's
Maybe it just translated.
That's a pretty big fucking ship. She didn't even have a tricorder. What are you talking about? She just hit a few buttons.
That was a tricorder.
On the strike ship, she hit the buttons on the strike. She didn't hit a button on a tricorder.
Well, they had to download it to something.
At least if they had it, did she? She didn't have.
I thought she did. I thought she had.
Okay, maybe if she did, fine. I still don't believe it.
Oh yeah,
you have to hit commands in a fucking computer to do something. So you have to be able to. You hit the download command and then just interface it. Well, that makes that real easy. I guess everything is accessible to everybody. Why have languages?
Brett S says Dominion script has been accessible for them for three decades.
Okay, so she can read fine.
I guess she can read it. So there you go. So let's keep this going.
That is like the smallest problem with this whole thing.
Yep, we know that. We know that, Deanna. We know it's tied to Jack, everything. And Beverly's basically reiterating that he has abilities. Jack. Troy says there's a darkness within that boy. Or around him, passing through him. And the voice inside him, ancient and weak. Oh my gosh. Are they really going? I'm curious if they're going to really do the Pare thing. I'm curious now. I'm sorry. Let's keep going. A voice that isn't his own. Or maybe it's a prophet. Deanna's like, I think it's time I met the sun.
How convenient they kidnapped her, huh?
And the Titan goes into the Titan goes into it gets cloaked, and so now it's Troy and Jack in a room sitting pretty close to each other.
You can just plug in a cloaking device from the other ship. Is that what they did?
They had the cloaking device. They had since episode 6. Remember,
But it didn't
they
work.
stole
So
it from the Star Trek
there,
4
it
ship.
works. Is that what we're doing? Because Data's there, it now works. It didn't work.
I guess now it does. I guess with Data there, yeah. I don't know. I don't even remember if it was broken. To be honest.
Well, they tried to turn it on and it didn't work. Remember, it caused a whole bunch of shit for them.
I don't know. We'll see.
Why doesn't every ship have a cloaking device if it's that easy to just cloak one? Like,
because it's against Starfleet regulations, Steve. That was established in season 7 of TNG. Okay. Pegasus. Jeez, Steve. Come on. You're supposed to like this. Come on, dude. Like this. How do you not like this? Sorry. All right, let's keep going. Quickest path to the troop is what everyone needs. It's what we need too. So now, come on, hold my hands. Hold my hands, Jack. All right, so Troy has her eyes closed. She opens his eyes. And she's like, stay with me, Jack. Follow her voice. She's asking Jack if he's ever seen a door. The red door. The talking door. The door he has no desire to open. He's terrified about what's behind it. Time to open the door, Jack. He's too afraid to do so. Uh-oh. Upside down. And some Hellraiser vibes, too. We'll go together. You're not alone. Now get the veins, the hellish upside down. Now they're both in his head. And it looks like there's hot air coming from the door. Is the door going to lead to hell? And he puts his hand on the door and we hear Jack. And that's how the episode ends. So we still don't know what's going on with him. Fire in the keyhole. Please don't be the fire caves. Oh my God. Oh my God. But the fire caves. Remember what we determined with the fire caves? I guess we were wrong. I guess Beverly's not the fire caves after all. Or maybe she is.
Mystery box strikes again.
So Joseph Dredd says, so still no explanation of mystery box Jack. Brandon here. Good to see you. Good to see you, Brandon.
Hey,
Steve,
Brandon.
tell Brandon what you thought of this episode. He's speechless.
Brandon,
right?
This is the worst piece of shit I have seen in my life, and I've watched The Wheel of Time.
You're saying this is worse than The Wheel of Time?
It's pretty fucking close, bro. I just have an attachment to Wheel of Time. Nothing in this episode is earned. Nothing. You have to believe that, like, you just have to sit there, clap like a seal. And they're all together. They're all together. They're all together. That's all this is. That's it. That's all this is.
Brett disagrees with you. He says Wheel of Prime is way worse.
You're probably right. You're probably right. I mean, I would say this. No, you're right, Brett. Yes, I shouldn't have said that. I misspoken. But I could see how somebody who was attached to Star Trek the way I'm attached to Wheel of Time being extremely upset and calling it worse than Wheel of Time, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Hey, I actually had a moment. I had a moment when they were all together. And it was just like a little realization that they were all together.
Yeah, another cheap
that
trick.
just made me emotional. Yeah. Well,
it's just a trick. It's just a trick surrounded by nothing. Let's have Deanna and Riker have their little moment, feeling in prison, feelings in prison around the nonsensical plot. It's just nonsensical.
Yeah.
If you like it because they're putting all your favorite characters together, fine, I guess.
I think that's a big part of why people feel the way they do about this series.
Which is like, wow, we have such low expectations for our TV shows and movies. If this is all you have to do to make people happy is get people from the show you loved in a room together saying bullshit that doesn't make any sense, then wow, we're an all-time low. That they've won. Like, they have won if this is what we expect from our entertainment. It's over. The fight is done. For good entertainment, just like if this is all you have to do, it's.
Oh, I mean, it's this was.
Come on.
I mean,
come on. It is just nonsensical to the max.
I mean, there's just so many questions. Like, things just kind of happen, and I mean, I came into this series with an open mind. I decided, even though plot points that were brought up in Picard before, I would be nitpicky about that because it would just bring back bad.
I don't understand. I mean, I get a bunch of people. I understand people saying that it's.
So yeah, Brett, I do want to talk to you. We should have a conversation talking about
if you break it.
Stuff that you feel was earned and everything.
If you break it down from scene to scene to scene to scene, nothing is earned. Nothing is earned. It's all you have to ignore a fact that this didn't happen. You have to ignore a fact that this didn't do this. You have to ignore a fact that this person didn't shoot that person. You have to ignore a fact that this person should be on the ship. You have to ignore a fact that there should be more people there. You should ignore the fact that there should be actually people on the strike. You have to ignore the fact that this person is now here conveniently because the strike brought them there, because, wow, isn't that convenient? There's a lot of convenience. There's a lot of unearned bullshit. And it's like, if you like it because it's got all your old favorites in it, fine. But I'm sorry. Like, it's like I don't have attachment to these characters the way you guys do, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I've watched TNG, but I'm not a huge Star Trek person.
Yeah, so
maybe that's good, but I
mean, well, you're my buddy, so I wanted to have you on. You know, we've done so many shows together. I mean, we were both glowing with Better Call Saul quite a bit. Like, I don't think we've said anything bad about that, especially that final season. I mean, there were points where the show kind of took a bit of a dive and got a little kind of, especially the Nippy episode, if you remember that one. But that one wasn't too bad either.
I don't. If it's just I want to see the TNG crew together no matter what, fine. That's the only way I'll accept this as a good show. That's it. Everything else is predictable in freaking convenience, mystery box, member berries. If it's just I like it because these people are in a room together, fine.
It had the reason why I felt the way I did was because I remember how I felt when I saw Nemesis in the theater. I walked away from that theater just with like, I mean, I was, I think this was right before, I think this was either right before, or right after I turned 18. So this is 2002. So it's been over 20 years. So, and Data just got, spoiler, Data blew up with the scimitar. Saved the ship. He shot the weapon. He shot that, I think it was a biogenic weapon. Shot it before it could kill everybody.
Oh, I saw Nemesis.
Okay, so okay.
I've seen
and
Nemesis.
I was devastated by what happened. And then the way the movie ended, it was just like, this is the final film. And so I'm like, so this is what ultimately happened to Data. And I was just like, I was thinking, why did they do this? And then for years, I after that, I didn't watch Star Trek for quite a while. I didn't really embrace Enterprise right away. It wasn't until my friend got the DVDs and he said, dude, this show gets really good. And he was right. I got Enterprise. I bought the DVDs. I managed to trudge through the first half of the first season. Then I think the second half got better. And then season 2 got better. Every season got better. So season 1 started pretty bad or pretty slow, but every season got better. So, and I just wish I could say the same thing for this new stuff that's calling itself Star Trek. And I for months, because of what Mr. Burnett said, his constant praise of the season. He saw this season 3 times before the series aired. I was like, wow, if he is saying he has been shitting on New Trek, all of New Trek, Strange New Worlds. I don't think he's talked. I don't know if he's talked about the animated shows, but he's shitting on Picard. He's shitting on Discovery. He's shitting on the J.J. Abrams films. And he says there hasn't been good Star Trek since 2005, and I was on board with that. I agreed with him. And so I was like, okay, maybe I'll look at this season, try to see it in isolation, see it for what it is. And the first episode kind of got me excited. I rewatched the first episode. I still felt a little bit of that excitement again. I watched it a few times after. I didn't feel the excitement because I was down with quite a few of these episodes. After seeing these episodes, see where this goes. But I rewatched the first episode a few days ago, and I still was able to recapture some of the excitement, despite the fact that I know where the series is going. This I'm definitely going to rewatch. We're going to have a stream tomorrow. Steve, you're welcome to join us if you want to. It sounds like this is killing your mode. This is. I think this episode. So
I'm trying.
Where do you? I mean, I don't think you have not reacted to this. I have not seen you react this way to any episode like this.
Well, part of it is I've been on the road all day, like that. Look, I drove for 11 hours, so I have my fuse is very short. Okay, but
yeah,
this was all nonsense from start to finish. It was nonsense. Like it depends how you're watching it. If you're literally there's if you're watching it hoping for a coherent story, you're never gonna get it. This is not a coherent story. You have to let everything go. Everything logical, to use a Vulcan word, you have to let go. You literally, if you just want to turn your brain off and go, it is the TNG crew back together. I am so happy. That's the I don't know. I just can't watch stuff that way. I've never been able to do that, and
And I mean, despite the jokes that we have, I mean, you're not a rage baiter. You watch a lot of TV. What are you watching right now? You're watching Ted Lasso right now. You're watching Succession. What else are you watch? You watch more TV than I do. You are way more into. I mean, you're more into a lot of shows than I am.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm watching freaking working my way through Last Kingdom right now because the Last Kingdom movie's coming out here in a few days on the 14th.
You had me. I still I have the notebook somewhere, but you had me write a big list of show when I visited you when I actually visited you. You had me write down a bunch of shows to check out. I mean, The Wire is one of them. Ted Lasso is one. Succession, The Last Kingdom. I mean, I have like 30 shows. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish. I don't think I'm ever going to watch all of them. But Deadwood, that's another one. I mean, there's lots of shows.
Look, man, I'm not trying to say everybody has to like everything and everybody has the same taste. That's fine. I don't. It's to the point of maddening almost. I don't have a dog in this fight. The only reason I'm watching this is with you.
You're watching it because of me, because I'm basically.
And it's one of those things. I don't know. Maybe you'd be enjoying it. I still wonder if you'd be enjoying it better if I wasn't watching with you. I don't know, but
hey, I was giving you crap. I was giving you crap earlier, but that's not that. But that was just me joking about.
No, I know. I know the jokes. I just in terms of like, you have to let everything go to make it work. You have to just ignore everything to make the story work. You have to do all the work. The writers have done nothing.
Well, you're not the only one that's feeling this way. People in the chat are feeling this way too. So I mean,
I don't know.
Salty agrees with you. Nathan agrees with you. Judge or Mr. Dredd. I mean, some people. I mean, we all have different opinions. So I mean, if you like it, you like it. That's fine. It's great. I have no issue with.
I don't understand.
I like things that are not good either. So
look, I don't have to understand it. I would like to, but I don't understand. Like, if it's anything other than my favorites are back in a room together, I don't understand it.
And we're not. And here, the one thing that we need. I want, if anybody's watching this, if you even gone this far, we're not telling you not like this. We're just giving you our honest reactions right now. I mean, I am giving this show my time. And I'm paying for Paramount Plus. I'm supporting this series.
I would like to have a coherent reason as to why, besides for TNG crew back together, Mystery Box done well, which it's not. Member Berry has done well, which it's not.
Have you seen a show that deployed the Mystery Box done well?
No, it's not. It's been a long time. Well, I mean, because it always devolves into more mystery boxes. So, I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, right now my brain is fried, so I can't really. I mean, the first one you think of immediately, at least for mystery box, is Lost, which didn't end well. Yeah. It didn't end well at all.
I don't think it answered any questions.
No, right? They just lied to you the whole time, and then said, "Oh yeah, it is purgatory." Haha. It's like, you said it wasn't. We had that pegged from the beginning, so you just lied about your mystery box. So I don't know. It's one of those. I'm sure there's ways to do it, but putting a mystery box inside a mystery box and then just having Rafi walk down the hallway with 3 Birdmen who have guns that don't shoot her doesn't work for me.
Maybe
so she can get her.
Maybe they got disarmed. Maybe she disarmed. Maybe,
but by who? She was halfway across the hallway.
Maybe.
That's all.
I'm gonna be the fan that's gonna to fill in the blanks.
Don't get it twisted. It's a girl boss moment for a fucking show that said to not be woke. That's all it is. It's a girl boss moment, just like 7 to 9 being on the bridge instead of fucking Shaw. It's a girl boss moment. All I hear about is how fucking not woke this is. And all it is girl boss, girl boss, girl boss. Deanna's now going to solve the problem.
Well, she is. She has. I mean,
young Geordie came up with the solution, which was not much of a solution. Fix data. Well,
So whoever's left in the chat, do you guys think Vatic is dead? Or do you think Vatic will come back? Because we saw her shatter the way she did, I'm assuming she's going to come back. She's going to somehow, or maybe she can't. Maybe she can't because she's solid now.
I don't know. The Devil Man will vacuum her, get Mega Maid and vacuum her up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And we still don't know who she reports to. I mean, we have 2 episodes left, and we still don't know who she reports to. We don't even know what's going on. We're 8 episodes in. We still really don't know what's going on. Like, the series feels really small. So, Donnie gives this a 10 out of 10. So, glad you like it, Donnie. So, 10 out of 10. But yeah, Nathan says it won't surprise me if she's not dead. So, girl boss Raffy. Donnie
Good night,
says,
Donnie. Have a good one.
Good night, Donnie. Thanks for being here, and thanks for putting up with us. So yeah, have a good one. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So another fake out death won't surprise me. Yeah, I mean that seems to be the thing now. So, so I can't really give this a score because I'm going to rewatch it and take some notes, and we're going to have our discussion tomorrow. And yeah, we're gonna have our discussion tomorrow, and there's actually I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. So when I did the giveaway last time, the person did not claim their Wrath of Khan 4K. So I'm gonna do one for. I'm not gonna do one for Wrath of Khan. I'll do that one later, but I'll do one for the motion picture director's cut. So if you have a 4K Blu-ray player, and if you have a means to play that, if you have a 4K TV, definitely consider being part of the thing. Definitely consider being part of the giveaway. So it's gonna be like a raffle and everything, or it's gonna spin. There's StreamYards has a thing to do that. I did that last time. So yeah. So if you don't own the movie and you have the means to watch it, definitely sign up for it. If you don't, then don't. So, but that's gonna be tomorrow. I believe we're gonna do it at 7 p.m. Central. So it'll be me, Steve. You don't have to come tomorrow. You could take the day off. It looks like tonight did a number on you. But so it's gonna be me, Steve, unless he feels otherwise. But you know what? He's going to be seeing the Mario movie tomorrow, and I can't wait to see that. So that's going to be the palate cleanse that he's going to need. So, which I really enjoyed the Mario movie. So if you haven't seen it and you've played Mario games, the movie's for everybody. So, but going back, they got tomorrow, me, Steve, Alex, White Cloaks, and Gray, Wakizashi's Tea House, we're doing our discussion. So join us then, and if you like what we do, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Consider joining the Nerdporio Continue. Hit that join button. Who knows? Your life might be improved, or in Steve's case, because I'm making him watch Picard, it could be the opposite too. But I don't know. Seriously though, it was. But yeah. So I mean, yeah. So being part of the continuum has its ups and downs. I guess you could say that. Just like all the great things in life. So was there any silver lining to this episode, Steve? Was there anything good to come out of this?
Not for me.
Not that you could think of.
Not for me. So
one thing I'll say is
but not for me.
I did feel something when they were all together, but that's because I'm a Trekkie. So there was that, and it was okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it was okay, but it was. It still had it's like all the things that Steve pointed out are legitimate, and I'm going to rewatch it, and I'm going to scan it, do a second scan myself to see if I find anything else, or if there was any other silver linings that we don't know.
Well, it may be the opposite. You may like it better without me whining and crying. I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, Brett's right. Yes, a lot of member berries in Mario, but you know what? So far that it's been pretty. There's a lot of music. There's a lot of musical member berries in the Super Mario movie. But what's funny is I'm okay. For some reason, I'm okay with that. I don't know why. I don't know, but maybe it's because the fact that video game movies or adaptations
storyline.
It's not perfect, but it's a Mario. I mean, I don't expect something. There might be a few issues. There was a few things I kind of took issue with, but I'm with Nathan. I'm probably 8.5 out of 10. But it was entertaining. I really enjoyed it. It did resemble the source material. I felt it was pretty respectful for the most part, especially honoring the other games and especially honoring it honored the lore that came before with especially the live action Mario show and everything. You'll see what I mean. And yeah, I mean, I was able to enjoy it. I did not have that much of an issue. So the fact that it resembled the source material was okay with me. Mario games never really had a very fully crazy story to begin with, but I like this one. It was a standard type of story. You know, you might be some issues why Mario. I mean, there are few issues, but I enjoyed it. So maybe it's the nostalgia and the member berries getting me. Who knows? But hey, Nathan liked it too. So
Copy that. I'll see you tomorrow.
So all right, guys, thanks for being here, and thanks for checking me out. It's I mean, we've got 2 episodes left. Kind of wish this was better, but I didn't even really have a whole lot of strong reactions other than them being together, and that was it. So everybody have a good night. Stay nerporial, and see you tomorrow at 7 Central, and where we'll be discussing this episode in bigger detail.
Good night.
Good night.